Hey, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your tarot and oracle card reading for the middle of November to the middle of December. I am Teresa, Doctor of Metaphysics and Tarot Master, here to share a deeper meaning of the cards and a deeper interpretation. I'm just going to get general messages and then we will get advice cards at the end. God, Spirit, Universe, please bring truth, clarity, and wisdom to this reading for the Sagittarius family and help Sagittarius navigate to their highest and most blessed timeline. Thank you, Spirit. All right, beautiful Sag, pause the video and make a wish because you got the Nine of Cups. That's a wish card and you never waste a wish. All right. So there is wish fulfillment coming for you for sure. I'm definitely seeing that, and I'm seeing 3 nines. 3 nines, the angel number is release. You have 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and 9 of Cups. So you are releasing something. That's probably going to be the theme of this video. This is going to be a deep reading, beautiful Sagittarius. All right. So with the 9 of Swords, there's some worry. There's like overwhelm, mental overwhelm for a lot of you. This could even just be too much to learn, a lot of studying. But this is also like not being present. With the 9 of Swords, we're haunted by something, and the only way that we can be haunted by our thoughts is if we're in the past where regret or resentment lives, or in the future where fear or dread lives. If we're in the present, if we're here now, then our thoughts have no power over us because we don't identify with our thoughts. We understand what thoughts actually are, and calling them our thoughts is probably not appropriate. It's thoughts that we pick up or thoughts that we tune into. So here, there's just a need to get clear about what you think about things. And this also can do with communication too, receiving communication, how you communicate. There could be a lot of it, like a lot of information, a lot of communication coming in, so much so that it can be overwhelming for you and keep you up at night processing. The brain is a supercomputer, but it really does feel like short-circuiting when there's that much for you to digest, to assimilate. And it is clarified with the Justice card. So the Justice card is like balancing the scales. You want your heart to be light as a feather, So there's something that's weighing down your heart with the 9 of Swords, and it's causing you to be imbalanced with the Justice card, So we will get advice cards for these, but again, it just feels like this isn't real. This is like a terrible game you're playing with yourself for some of you, But then we progress. We have Knight of Pentacles. Whoa, you have another 9. You have 2 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and 9 of Swords. Goodness, such strong energy of 9s. And 9s brings you to the end of a cycle. 10s are where the cycle is already ended. 9 is the culmination of that energy. There's a lot of energy here for you, beautiful Sagittarius. And it's, it feels overwhelming, Knight of Pentacles is he's seeding his future, and it's going to take a while, and he knows it. So he's making investments, he's planting seeds, he's waiting for things to manifest in their divine time, their perfect time. He's not in a big old hurry. The 9 of Wands is a lot of work. So it's a lot of work for you to do this. It feels like something that you are in the process of doing is a drudge. And it's not a drudge like, got to make the donuts. It's like, this is a heavy load. Sweat, blood, sweat, and tears go into this, It's just time for that. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Well, this is your time to do a lot of work for the future. Yep, you are like a farmer who plants his seeds, and then he has to go out there in the morning and plow it himself with a heavy plow machine, like how they did in the old days. And it was not easy, and it feels like what you're doing right now is not easy. You have clarity about what you're doing and why you're doing it and what the outcome will be. You're committed to it and all that other stuff, but you know that at this point in time, you're doing that, like pulling the different activities in creating your harvest are easier than others, right? The one that you're doing now, pulling that plow through the earth, is one of the harder ones, and I really feel like you're feeling that, It's not comfortable. It's not the worst thing. I'm not saying anything bad here. It's just, it's not comfortable. And then you have Four of Cups. So Four of Cups is like grounding your emotion into reality, for a lot of you, because the fours make things real, So it's, you are making your intentions real. You're bringing your intentions to life. And then the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is not sure which way to go, not sure how to find your way out of a predicament. It's a mental predicament, right? So it's like a challenge, And also it feels like self-imposed limitations. And with the Eight of Swords, it's kind of like the Nine of Swords energy. So many thoughts, so much weight, communication-wise, so many mixed signals, mixed messages that could stifle your ability to move forward. With the Nine of Swords, it's like keeping you up at night. The Nine of Swords is like so much information that you can't sleep, whereas the Eight of Swords, it's so much information that you can't move because you don't know which direction to move in. So we're getting mixed signals here, with the Four of Cups. You are bringing your intentions to life, You are grounding what you love into reality. But with the Eight of Swords, you may not be seeing it. You are blindfolded here at the bottom, and the Eight of Swords traditionally can't see. But the truth is, there's none so blind as he or she who will not see. With this Four of Swords, you just have to turn around and see your grail, right? So it's like, you really do have to open your eyes, look around, take a moment, and look deeper, peer deeper, think differently, And again, we'll get advice cards, but it does feel like some mental conflict here, some real mental conflict. You end with the Five of Swords, and that's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. The Five of Swords is changing your mind about something, So you're manifesting things here, right? You're bringing your intentions to life here and changing your mind about what you want to bring to life after that, because based on what you are creating, based on the outcome, it feels like you're not overly thrilled with some aspects of the harvest, which is great. So it shows you what changes to make. You gain clarity, right? So with the Five of Swords, you change your mind about your harvest, and it helps you to grow a better harvest. It shows you the way to make it better. Take it as it resonates. I know this is very specific, but also very general. And this could, mean different things for each one of you beautiful Sagittarius, but it's a strong adjustment needed here, And in doing so, your Ten of Pentacles is like freed to blossom. Your outcome, your results are sweeter, And then you have Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Again, a lot of hard work. Burning your candle at both ends, getting up early, staying up late to do the thing. Clarified with the Nine of Cups. A lot of wishes, a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. There's a lot here right now, beautiful Sagittarius. It feels almost overwhelming, Don't give up. Keep with it. This is the pain point. This is the tipping point too. You're right on the verge of success. You're right on the verge of success. At the bottom of the Nine of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups. You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups both in this reading. So this is flourishing. This is abundance. This is, a lot of of blessings. I'm just going to say blessings. I can't think of the word, but you are being blessed on many levels, in many levels of your life, but it's because of what you are doing. Like, not everyone will do what you're doing. What you're doing is going above and beyond. It's going the extra mile. It's pushing through. And because of that, you're pushing through a wall that other people, all they see is a wall. You're seeing on the other side of the wall. You're seeing on the other side of the wall. Look at the imagery of this. Your body here is the space behind you, is the universe behind you. You know what I mean? Like, you are seeing the possibilities. And because of that, Spirit is showing you something. Spirit's not showing other people. You can see what is possible. And because of that, you're not giving up. Okay? So let's get at some advice cards for beautiful Sagittarius for mid-November to mid-December. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, you won't believe this. The Nine of Wands came out again. I love it. All right. Please, some clarifiers, some advice cards. Oh my gosh. You won't believe this either. The Nine of Cups came out again. You can't make this up. This is crazy. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius. This is so special. The Nine of Wands came out with the Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Cups came out with the Five of Swords. So, gosh, release. And it's not just, and the reason that the nines, the angel number 999, or in your case, 999999, is release is because you're reaching the end of a cycle, like I said, right? You're right at the pushing point of busting through to the 10, to the Wheel of Fortune, when it turns in your favor and becomes the ace again, right? So relish this time. Relish this time, because when you achieve what you're about to achieve, you're going to feel so good. You're going to know you made this happen. You've earned something. You've earned it. Even though it may not be here yet, the fact that you're here at the nines pushing through, you've earned it. And sometimes it takes manifestation to materialize from light codes, right? You've committed to this thing. You've given yourself over to this thing. And even though it may not be in densified manifest reality yet, doesn't matter. It exists in heaven. It exists in the light grid that surrounds our planet. So Nine of Wands basically just says that. Keep pushing, push through, don't stop, do the work, get up early, stay up late, burn the candle at both ends. Trust that you're on the right path. Keep going, okay? Ace of Cups is that new beginning that comes after, right? It's baked in, right? But it's also that beautiful grail behind you here. Like, you've manifested these three. You're manifesting cup after cup after cup, and bam, you finally manifest the one that you want. You finally figure out how to manifest the right thing. Or divine timing finally aligns and brings you that grail that you've been trying to manifest. There's a lot of peace here. There's peace that comes with that. You can see the lotus imagery in both of these, right? And the dove of peace. Like, peace is coming to you. Peace is coming to you, right? I don't feel like it's completely here embodied yet. Doesn't matter. It's coming. And then you have the Nine of Cups. You know what? Why not? Make another wish, beautiful Sag. Pause the video and make another wish and come back. Okay? Because, you don't ever waste a wish. And so you have wish fulfillment. So keep making those wishes and keep your eyes on the prize and keep aligned with what it is that you love and not what you don't love. So don't pay attention to things that you don't want in your life, because where focus goes, energy flows, right? And then Five of Swords. And you had the Five of Swords twice here. The Five of Swords is, again, changing your mind about something, something that you used to love, something that you used to want. You don't want it anymore, and that's okay. It's not part of your future. It's not part of your higher timeline. So it's okay to make a shift, and really it's just changing how you think about things, changing how you communicate about things for some of you. With the fives, we change. With the swords, it's thinking and communication. Change how you get your information, change how you transmit your information. Like making that little tweak could bring you to the end of your cycle, because Five of Swords did clarify the 10 of Pentacles, your great harvest, right? So making that tweak, that you know what it is. I feel like you know what it is. It's going to bring your harvest. And then at the bottom of the decks, you have the Magician, you being a powerful manifestor, you being a powerful creator of your life, and remembering as above, so below. As the Magician thinks, so he is. As he envisions, so he experiences, right? Watch your thoughts, words, and deeds. And then you have Knight of Swords. Again, going after a lot of information, receiving a lot of information, sharing a lot of information, being bold and fast. There's a swift energy with the Knight of Swords. Instant manifestation for some of you. The Magician is manifesting, and Knights of Swords is like swift. Also, though, the Knight of Swords is communication, and you do have the Five of Swords twice. Changing how you think and changing how you communicate will bring a greater level of empowerment to your words, to your thoughts, and it will grow your magic. It will increase your magic. I have. All right, what else do we have for beautiful Sagittarius? What oracle cards do you have for Sagittarius? Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what we have for Sag. So yeah, Sag, this is just an interesting time for you, but I'll tell you, soon enough, you're going to be all aces and twos and threes and maybe fours. It's going to be all about the excitement of a new path and new beginnings, because you are closing, you are coming to, things are coming to fruition, and the book is closing. You have Crystal Cave, trust the process, trust spirit, trust your path. An Ancient Oak Spirit, strength. You are strong. I know this. And the ancient oak, it took a long time for that oak tree to grow. It took a long time for you to get to this point. And that's why you're so strong, and that's why you're able to do all these nines. Not everyone could do all these nines. So trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? There's something that's like trying to communicate with you, right? Allow that inner voice a little bit more space in your psyche. Yeah, and honor your own inner voice. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. Share your voice. Wow. So yeah, I would say that's interesting with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords, like maybe changing the change in how you think about things, or change in how you communicate, is saying things out loud now instead of quietly or holding yourself back. Stop doing that. Knights are bold too, And then grace and adaptation. Grace and adaptation. You receive grace. Grace is always there for you. You are a child of God. You are love-loving and lovable. Universe wants you to be happy, And adaptation, adapt. The fives always make you adapt, right? Adapt and overcome. And you have the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords. It's time to change your mind. It's time to be more strategic. It's time to be smarter about things. So thank you so much for being here, beautiful Sagittarius. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.